Hello, people of YouTube. It is May 4th, which means that it is the 4th day of Borderline Personality Disorder Awareness Month, or BPD. And I just thought I'd make a video in honor of the month, if that makes sense at all, and just give you a little information. I was diagnosed with BPD in 2010, and a little over 6 years ago. And since I got that diagnosis, I think it's only benefited me. And a lot of people think getting a diagnosis is scary, and it's scary as hell, I'm not gonna lie, but it's really helpful because then you know, like, there's a reason why I act like this or why I feel like this. Like, I'm not crazy, because I'm clearly not the only person who feels like this. So that was really incredible to know that I wasn't alone. And yeah, it was scary because I'm like, oh my god, there's a name to all this. But at the same time, it was relieving. Oh my god, there's a name to all this. Thank God, you know. There is this huge stigma around people with BPD. Like, people think that we are mean and manipulative and, you know, just want to get under people's skin and just get them to do things for us. And honestly, that's not true at all. We're actually, well, at least I don't know. I'm a very compassionate person, I think, and I'm a good friend, although it's hard. Relationships are hard for me, as is most people with BPD, but I am a very good friend, I think. I care a lot, and almost too much, you know, it's a little unhealthy. Oh well. But, you know, we're not mean people. We're just people who feel misunderstood so much of the time, and I think because we feel misunderstood, then we reach out a lot, and it comes off as you're just trying to get to me and you're just out to get me, but I'm not. Like, I just want you to hear me, and I didn't think that was such a bad thing to ask, you know. So we're not bad people. That's the moral of the story. And I've had clinicians and therapists hear BPD and be like, nope, sorry, we don't do that, or hear BPD and be like, you need to be locked up somewhere. I've gotten that one before, in different words, obviously. But, you know, people just jump to conclusions that we're at high risk, and some people are, and that's really sad, but some people can be, you know, really functioning members of society. Like, yeah, I have really crappy times, and there are times that I don't want to get out of that bed over there. But then there are days that I do, and a lot of, you know, lately those have been more frequent, which is kind of incredible for me. But we are not people to be scared of, and I think that's something that needs to be, you know, recognized, that all we want to do is have our voices be heard, because so much of the time we feel so silenced and like trapped within ourselves that all we want to do is like break free. So that's what I wanted to say. And BPD is a scary thing for other people to deal with, because, you know, there's the self-harm that goes with it, there's the anxiety, there's the sadness, and which can be, you know, overwhelming. But it's also overwhelming for me. You know, I feel like a lot of people are like, I can't deal with that. I'm like, do you think I can? Like, no. I go from being perfectly fine at 12 o'clock to being completely the opposite at 12:02 or 12:01. Who are we kidding? So, you know, I feel like our voices need to be heard more, because I feel like there's so much literature and so much research and so much of the professionals saying that this is what's wrong and this is what's happening. Meanwhile, the people who are afflicted with it are sitting here going like, why don't you listen to me? You know, like, you don't know because you're not in my head, so let me tell you what's in my head, you know? So that's just super important, because we are the ones living with it firsthand. I don't know if I'm being coherent with this video at all. I don't even know if my camera's still on. Whatever. I hope it is, because then I'll just be rambling at a wall. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm a delight. I think I'm hysterical. I think I'm funny as hell. So, you know, that's just the thing. Like, there are the bad sides of BPD, but then there's like the compassionate, sensitive, loving, funny friend in that person who just wants to be seen and paid attention to and not ignored. So I think what I'm trying to say is that this month of BPD Awareness Month, I just want it to be a month of like eye-opening, just a month that's eye-opening for a lot of people, because there's so much that needs to be said and so much that has been left unsaid. It pisses me off, and it pisses a lot of people off, and we need to finally get our opinions out there and change the world. So, yeah.